us again this week. I'm excited to be able to take this thought or lesson outside today. The weather is warming up, and no doubt it's really exciting that the snow is going away and we get to experience spring. So today is the first day of spring when I'm recording this, so I thought I better take this outside and take advantage of the warmer weather that we've been experiencing. I had a discussion with a class that I was teaching not long ago, and we were deciding whether it would be better to live in a place like California where the weather is constantly warm and mild, or if it would be better to live in a place like we live and having to go through the really cold temperatures in order to experience the changes of the seasons and spring in particular. And most of the group that I talked to said that they really enjoyed the change of the seasons that we get to have here. And there is something special about experiencing these changes. And often we apply this to life too, though. There are various seasons in our lives. And thinking about this idea that there's different seasons in our lives, no doubt all of us are at different points, whether we're young or old, whether we're married or not married, whether we are whatever situation we're in at this various times. But I think that a lot of times we either spend too much time thinking about the past and the things that we used to be able to do, or we spend too much time thinking about the future and what we maybe hope to accomplish or hope will happen. And maybe at times we forget about the importance of the present. And so I'm going to read a quick verse to you from 1 Peter. So this is 1 Peter 2, verses 9 to 10. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellence of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. And so God provides for us a purpose. And the purpose that God has for us, no doubt has been set forward, and since the foundation of the world, he's had a plan for us. But I think that during different times in our lives or different seasons of our lives, we're going to accomplish that purpose in different ways. And so I know that for myself, sometimes I think about the future and the hope that I have to accomplish something in a certain way, and at times I forget about the fact that I can fulfill God's purpose right here, right now. I just might have to change the way I think about what that's going to look like. So God can use me, and no matter what time in my life I am, where I am, even if I feel discouraged about the situation I'm in, God may not see it that way. God may see this as the exact place and exact time that he wants you to do a specific thing. So we shouldn't neglect God's purpose for us, no matter what season of life we find ourselves in. And if we look at these verses that I just read, I really like what it says in verse 10, where it says, once you were a people, but now you are once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. And the idea being that before you knew Christ, you were without purpose, and now that you have Christ, he's given you purpose. So let's take hold of that truth. The fact that we have purpose, we have a purpose in Christ. He has a plan for us, and no matter what season of life we find ourselves in, he can use us if we allow him to. So let's be open to God's leading no matter where you find yourself, and I hope that's an encouragement to you to pursue what God has for you. Thanks for joining me.